Hey, today we're going to look at three different solutions for a Jabra Elite 85H Bluetooth headphones that aren't charging. I'll talk about them in increasing order of difficulty. So if your headphones aren't charging, or they perhaps charge but they stop charging at 10, 20, 30%, the first thing to do is use them until the battery completely dies. When the battery is dead, like they power down because they're dead totally, then charge it. Hopefully that will work and you won't need to do any of these other steps. Also, by the way, you can see here's mine not charging. You'll see the red blinking light. Okay, so if the first solution didn't work, solution number two involves a hairdryer. Basically what you're going to do is find the side that has the charging port, and you're going to turn on the hairdryer on high heat, and you're just going to blow dry the area where the charging port is for about 2 minutes. Do not walk away while this is running. You need to stay here and watch it. Safety first. Do not catch your house on fire or melt your headphones or anything like that. So 2 minutes of blow dry, and then wait for the unit to cool back down to room temperature, and then charge it. I was very skeptical when I saw this tip on Reddit, but I figured, what the heck, it's either that or throw these headphones away. I tried it, it worked for a little while, and then it stopped working. So hopefully that step will work for you. Again, everyday hair dryer, blow dry the charging port, safety first. Now, like I said, that worked for me until it didn't. So here's number three. Number three involves taking it apart. So do this at your own risk. Again, it's worth a shot. It's better than a broken headset. Taking it apart requires a T6 Torx screwdriver. It's got this special tip that's like in a star shape. Do not try this with any other type of screwdriver. You will likely damage or destroy the sensitive electronics and speaker driver inside here. So for this one, you're going to be operating on the other side. This is, I guess, the left side. It's the side without the charging hole. This is the side where the battery is. Really what we're going to be doing is disconnecting and reconnecting the battery. There's something about resetting it that helps it charge again. So the first step is to pull off the foam padding. This just pulls straight up. So you're going to kind of want to go around the side. Mine came up fairly easily, but just know that with a slight amount of pressure, it'll pull straight off. Set that aside. Underneath here is a bit of foam padding. Now this one is adhered to the inside, so this is a one-way operation. Once you do this, I guess you could glue it back, but you can't undo it. So you can see I've already done this, so mine's coming off fairly easily, but this little piece of comfort foam is adhered to the inside. So pull that off, set it aside. Now we can see the inner workings. There are these 4 T6 screws. That's where you're going to need the screwdriver for. So unscrew those. All right, I'm just unscrewing the last one. Be sure to set them somewhere where they're not going to roll off the table or get eaten by your pet cat or anything like that. Once they're off, you can take off the speaker. There is nothing holding the speaker in, so you should be able to turn your headphones upside down and just sort of lightly tap it out. It just falls right out. You'll see there's like a terminal where it just touches these pins, but other than the screws, there's nothing holding it in. So carefully set that aside. The next thing you're going to want to do is remove this plastic casing. Again, there's nothing holding it in. And just like the foam pad, it should just pull straight up and out. And that will reveal the motherboard and the battery. Next, you'll notice that there's 2 more T6 screws on the motherboard. One here, and one's kind of behind this wire back here. So you're going to want to unscrew both of these, because we're going to need to get to the back of the motherboard. Okay, I've taken these both out. These are smaller than the screws you took out earlier. They're not interchangeable with each other. So set these tiny ones somewhere else so that you don't get them confused with the ones you unscrewed earlier. Now the motherboard is loose. You'll see where the battery, which is down here, connects up into the motherboard. And this little connector just pulls straight out. There's nothing holding it in there. So you're just going to pull it out and then just leave it be for a minute so it does its weird reset without being attached to the battery. Okay, I've come back a couple minutes later, and basically all we're going to do is their reverse steps. So first that means plugging in the battery. Make sure you're plugging it back in the same direction. You don't want it flipped around. So for me, that's with the black wire on the right as I'm seeing it, and the red wire on the left. I don't think it'll let you plug it in the wrong direction, but just to be sure, just keep track of the way you pulled it out. Next, you're going to reattach the motherboard to this backing here with the two smaller screws. I got the first screw in already, and now I'm getting the second screw in. Just be really careful on this step. As you can see, this tiny motherboard has a lot of little pieces of electronics. Next up is this plastic housing. Just make sure you don't pinch down on any of the wires when you put the housing back together. So you might need to look, see right here, I don't want to get those pinched when I put the housing back on. Housing's back on. Next is the speaker. Like I said, it just sits in here. And it sits on those connectors. Next up is the four longer T6 screws. Gonna screw those back in. Just getting the last screw back in. Then you're gonna put the foam padding in. Note that it's not symmetrical. This thicker side goes on the side of the headphone well that is deeper to accommodate the thickness. And you'll notice the thinner side has this gap here where it's got like technical information. So that's how you can tell which way to put it in. The earpiece is symmetrical, so it honestly doesn't matter which way you put it back in. You can see mine's in terrible shape, so that may matter for your comfort, but if yours is intact like the other side is, it really doesn't matter. And that just presses on, just put some force straight down. Okay, they are back together, and now here's the moment of truth. Gonna plug it back in. You'll see it flashes green as it starts to charge, and then it pulses red, which means it's charging and it has a low battery. Now, if it's still broken, it will go to flashing red fairly quickly. I've counted it takes about 15 seconds. But if it is fixed, it'll stay in pulsing red, and then it'll kind of color shift to pulsing yellowish orange and then pulsing green over the course of the next few hours. And I think it would have started flashing red by now if it was still broken. So this did the trick. If for some reason this doesn't work for you, you might need a new battery. And so it's basically the same steps, but at the very end there, when you've got the battery exposed and you've detached it from the motherboard, you're going to finish by removing the battery from that enclosure. You might need a little flathead screwdriver or something kind of maybe softer than that, maybe like a credit card or something to kind of get in and under it. But you're going to pull it out, replace it, and then same steps to reassemble it. So here we go. I've got my headphones charging again. Hopefully one of these 3 steps works for you.